God, I hate engineers that build circuit boards like this. Who in their right mind would solder a fuse directly to a circuit board? It's the whole idea of having a quick fuse is you can pop it out and pop a new one in. Now that board's junk, but this one, this is the circuit to my 750 watt power inverter, and they were too cheap to put a diode on it. So whenever I hooked it up wrong, because I was just reaching into the car to hook it on there, and I couldn't tell which terminal was positive or negative, and I hooked it up wrong, and it blew it up. Well, it didn't blow it up, it blew up the fuses. Holy cow, there are 3 fuses in there, and they're all as a big soldering mess on the bottom. I'm not going to mess around with that. So what I did was, instead, I got some of these little fuse holders, and I'm going to reroute the fuse. I'm just going to leave the burnt ones on there, and I'll connect these in parallel to this terminal over here, and then I'll have those running out of the case and probably just, like, I don't know, duct tape them to the bottom. I don't really care, as long as it works, you know. And the biggest fuses I could find were 30 amps, so that would mean it would have a 60 amp capacity, even though this thing can pull 75 amps. So it occurred to me, I might rip the 40 amp fuses off of here. Might desolder them. I might be able to reuse those. But let's get to work. So this should be pretty straightforward. Just have 2 fuse holders and connect one side to one side and connect the other to the other side. And then we have 2 fuses that can share the load. So there you have it. We now have them rerouted into these 2 fuse holders. Let's add the fuses. So it looks like we're going to need to operate a little bit to get that to fit back in there. I'll just cut out a piece of plastic and it should fit fine. And that is the finished product. Didn't turn out too bad. I'll just maybe put some duct tape over it. But let's take it back to my house and test it out, see if it works. So the inverter is connected to the battery, and the battery is hovering at about 12.3 volts. It's still a work in progress. The battery, I mean. So we turn it on. Got the voltage down a little bit. Now let's try running a fan. Holy cow. Set it down to the lowest setting. And it went back up to 12.16 volts. Let's try a different battery. Do you approve?
Okay, I thought so. Well, I'd say that's working pretty good now. And I plan on testing it quite a bit whenever I go camping in about a month down in Missouri. I'm going to test out some of my recently desulfated batteries, see how much power capacity I have. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something from this video.